Hey guys, it's Galactic Girl here. I came back down to Earth to bring you this vision of the Virgo energy. The Virgo energy is very complex, very intricate, very layered. So I'm breaking it down into these videos, these archetypes to kind of sort how complex the Virgo archetype is and how necessary this energy is right now in this time. To raise the frequency of the planet, to fight against the dark things that are happening right now on this earth, and to just overall be more aware of our potential as humans so that we can utilize it to, yeah, make a new earth, um, bring new fruits into the world, new abundance into the world, because that's what one of Virgo's archetypes is about, is the harvest, which I'm going to be talking about today. But we're going to be talking about Virgo's alias as the Virgin, and it may not be what you think. There's lots of different ways we could look at Virgo, as I previously did with the Hermit archetype, and today we're going to be diving into the Virgin archetype. So I have this sorted into four categories because, again, the Virgo brain is very analytical and very systematic. So I have harvest, wholeness, restoring innocence, and surrender. These are all related to the Virgin energy. And we'll go ahead and start with the harvest. Yes, the harvest. Virgos are a very abundant energy, and they are related to the cycles and the seasons and understanding time in chronologic order to bring fruit to the earth. So it's associated with the goddess Demeter. Harvest is related to Demeter. She is the goddess of agriculture, grain, and fertility. So she is a great Greek goddess to look at when it comes in relation to the Virgo archetype, because she is a personification of the cycle of seasons. And Virgos have a really cool way of being able to use time and organization and sort it to just be more productive and bring logic to chaos and structure to chaos. This is what the Virgo energy does. So I want to, give you this so you can, maybe create some structure in your life, understand the timing of things. Um, yeah, so you plant seeds, you take action, and then you feed the earth with what you grew. Because Virgo is all about service to others. It can be a selfish sign at some aspects, but mostly it is because it's about service to others, because it has this way of seeing the world where you kind of pierce through certain boundaries and flaws in certain systems, and you can find a way to patch them up, um, through this fertile energy, through this abundant energy, through, you know, using earth energy through choice to, raise the frequency or fix whatever flaw in whatever system you see. Um, and she knows daily choices we make add up to our life. So, again, understanding time, what you do today will not grow right away, but in 6 months, you'll see the results. And so, again, you have to trust timing, trust investing in yourself, and just trusting your visions, that you do have. And so when I was thinking about this wholeness concept of, wholeness is related to fertility because, something is abundant, essentially. It's whole. And when we think about this wholeness, I think about this word that is associated with Virgo, which really struck a chord with me, and I am getting this information out to you guys, so hopefully you guys can relate or just reflect, because I think this stuff really made a big impact and really resonated when I discovered this stuff. And the wholeness aspect is self-possession, and this really resonated with me because I am this way and I've never been able to put it into words, but I'm just very there's a certain aspect to me that nobody will ever get to, even if they're dating me. It's just there's a certain self-possession that I have that it will never get taken away, even when I date someone. But so this is again reminded me of the goddess Artemis. And if you don't know Artemis, she is Apollo's twin sister, and she is the goddess of the hunt, of wild animals, and chastity, and the moon. So we're kind of break that down. So yeah, again, with this self-possession, with this wild animal, no one can tame you. You're not meant to be tamed. You belong wholly to yourself. And this energy makes you so attractive, so magnetic, that you must become very disciplined to refuse the temptations that life gives you. As the virgin, you are pretty attractive, pretty magnetic, because you have this innocence and this wholeness within you that brings people to you. And so as the virgin, you have to be able to say no, and you have to be able to discern when someone is attracted to that wholeness and that abundance that you have. Is it worth your time to give your energy to someone? Because chances are they're just drawn to this wholeness and this abundance that you have. And as a virgin, you have to protect this because it's yours and only you possess this, because you are a self-possessed person. And so with the archetype of the virgin, you have to learn to say no and really protect this whole energy about you, this innocence about you. And yeah, we're gonna see on my main channel, Galactic Girl, how I get seduced all the time as a virgin. I always have people kind of just honestly throwing themselves at me, and it's taken me some time to build the discernment to be able to learn what to let into my field and what to not let into my field. So yeah, when it comes to Artemis, we have the hunt, which is the work and the divine feminine work. So when it comes to the hunt of the Virgo archetype, that's just your work. You need a craft to apply yourself to, because otherwise your mind is going to drive you in circles because it's just too powerful. You need your hunt to be able to get that energy out of your system. And then with the moon energy, Artemis being associated with the moon, this to me represents going into the cave with the hermit video I made. Just going into the dark, going into the nighttime, going into the internal world, being introspective, and always, monitoring that internal world, and going into the dark and making it light. So going into what you don't know and going through it, and getting through the fear, because on the other side, then and then you can use what you know to help others. And then chastity, because Artemis is the ruler of chastity, and if you want to be a part of her pack, then you have to be chaste. But in relation to real life, it's not necessarily rejection of love and sex, but a great discernment a great discernment, as a Virgo tends to have a lot of options. So yeah, again, you don't necessarily have to reject love and sex, but you need to discern what you let into your field. Because yeah, you do tend to have more options, and you do tend to have people coming to you. Obviously, if you're an abundant Virgo, and if you're not an abundant Virgo, this is what this channel is for, is to help you get to your abundance, because there's so much potential as a Virgo. So I want to help you guys tap into your potential. And yeah, so this is related to the alchemy of restoring innocence. So you are, yeah, you're purifying something. That's what the Virgin does. It actually symbolizes purified emotions or purified lower nature. So essentially, yeah, you are connected to this lower nature of kind of like sex and lust, and um yeah, I think being a Virgo, there's a lot of that energy connected to it, unfortunately. But as the Virgin, you get to purify those kind of lower energies and transform them into something beautiful and something good. Um, and yeah, again, you're kind of an alchemist in a way, because you as a Virgo can also raise a lot of people's energy around you, um, because of your intelligence and your observation. Like for me, I use the power of observation to, notice certain things about people that other people wouldn't notice, but because I'm a Virgo, I'm so detail oriented, I notice things, and then I bring it to their attention so that it makes them feel special and seen. And I just do it because, yeah, why not? It makes them feel good, and I want to make people feel good. And I don't think it's out of a dark place or like, yeah, no, it comes from innocence. This is what it's all about, is innocence. And don't let people manipulate you into thinking like you do kind things for evil reason, because no. As a Virgo, you're pretty pure, and you do things for a pure purpose. Well, not all Virgos, because a Virgo at its lowest can be like Loki. Um, Loki from the Avengers, Loki. He's master manipulator. So I guess, yeah, a Virgo at its lowest can be a master manipulator, but a Virgo at its best can be really pure and only does things for pure intentions. So again, that's what we're always going to be striving for, is our highest potential. And so that's why, yeah, we're going to be focusing on the Virgin archetype and not the like low-key manipulator archetype. But yeah, again, at the lowest, that's what a Virgo is, and you can raise that and purify that through the Virgin energy. And yeah, you are innocent, but you're not because of inexperience or ignorance like normal Virgin is associated with, but out of choice in service to others. So you restore innocence because of choice in service to others. So yeah, it's not because you're ignorant to how evil the world is or how gross the world is. You know that, but you still choose to restore innocence. You still choose to be good, and you still choose to serve others. And it's not because you are ignoring the evilness of the world, but because you understand your energy and the abundance that it has, and how much it can counteract those kind of gross lower frequencies in the world. So yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about is surrender, because originally when I was going to make my video today, my Virgo brain put everything in chronological order of when things need to be filmed, because you need to know this information to understand this information. And So yes, very detail oriented, very meticulous and thoughtful energy. But my video wasn't able to be made today that I wanted to be made today because it started raining. And rain is a symbol to me of purification, which is associated with Virgo energy, which really did kind of strike a chord with me today because I couldn't make my video because it was raining. And so I could have let myself been frustrated and, not made any content and got upset because I wanted to control when I make the videos because, again, Virgo is very associated with time and chronological order and detail oriented. So when I couldn't do that thing, I didn't get upset because I've learned that although Virgo sees a perfect way, that I must surrender because sometimes the universe's way is more perfect. And so with surrender, you have to trust the universe and give it over to the universe and say, all right, even though the way I see it makes complete sense, I will surrender to what the universe has because, of course, they have the higher intelligence. And surrender is the key to overcome overly critical, meticulous, and systematic behavior because it is difficult being a Virgo and having this like way of seeing how, yeah, again, things could be perfect, but again, you don't control everything. And so that's why surrender really is a big key to using the Virgo's archetype to its full potential and not letting things get to you so much. And I'll go ahead and link the song Surrender, which was the channeled song for today's message, by Rufus Du Sol. It's about water healing and about the rain coming down and opening up from above. So, yeah, that's today's message. I really hope you guys can connect the dots that I'm making and really see how a lot of things are related and really see how these archetypes could potentially help you in your life just make better choices, because Virgo is all about choices on a daily basis and how can those choices you make on a daily basis grow the seeds to the fruit of whatever you're trying to plant. So yeah, I hope this helps. Check out my main channel as well. Got some new content that I'm really excited to be making. So yeah, thank you guys.